up, everyone? Welcome into Dodger Heads, presented by DodgerBlue.com, your home for the 2020 World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers. And we've got some interesting news on a Saturday morning. Everything broke Friday night, but Nolan Arenado has been traded from the Rockies to the St. Louis Cardinals. Obviously, massive implications for the Dodgers on a number of levels. But first, let's just get to the details of what Jeff Passan says is one of the most complicated trades that he's ever seen. The reason it is so complicated is because Nolan Arenado is waiving a no-trade clause and then regaining it. There is $50 million going from the Rockies to the Cardinals. There are deferrals. There's an additional opt-out. There's an additional year at $15 million. The point is, it's complicated. As far as what's actually being exchanged, Nolan Arenado goes to the Cardinals along with $50 million. Yes, you heard that right. The Rockies are sending $50 million to the Cardinals in addition to the best player in the trade. The Rockies are getting back a handful of prospects, none of whom are believed to be anything significant, kind of some middling, not even top 10 St. Louis Cardinal prospects. So a pretty fascinating trade. Obviously, the Rockies, the relationship with Arenado had soured. And, I mean, he's due a lot of money. I believe he's got 6 or 7 years at over $30 million a year. So the Rockies just wanted to get off of that. They didn't want to have to worry about, is he going to opt in or is he going to opt out? So he gets traded to the Cardinals. Now, many people believed the reports a handful of months ago. I believe it was Jim Bowden who said, hey, Nolan Arenado is going to be a Dodger by Christmas. Well, obviously that didn't come to pass. And as we found out in the recent days, guys like Andy McCullough, among others of The Athletic, has said the Rockies had no interest and weren't even open to the possibility of trading Arenado to the Dodgers. The same, I assume, would apply to Trevor Story. So as much as Arenado apparently would love to be a Dodger, as much as the Dodgers apparently would love to have Nolan Arenado, it was never in the cards. However, here's the good news. Nolan Arenado can still opt out at the end of this season. He has actually added a second opt-out the following season. So if Arenado wants to become a free agent, test the market where the Dodgers surely would be interested, that is a possibility. So something to watch there. In McCulloch's piece on The Athletic, he pointed out how Seager and Arenado are close friends. They were joking in batting practice in a story he told, and Seager comes over and says, that guy definitely wants to be a Dodger. I mean, you can imagine Arenado opting out a year from now, maybe Seager signing a long-term deal to play short, Arenado a long-term deal to play third base. Who knows? But let's get into the mechanics of the Rockies not being willing to trade with the Dodgers. Many people are going to pan this trade and say, wow, you had to pay $50 million to get rid of Arenado. You're not getting any prospects back. Surely the Dodgers could have been done better. Here's the thing, Dodger fans. It makes sense, right? Like the Rockies did not want to trade Arenado to the team in their division that is winning divisional championships, that is winning World Series. That is worst case scenario for them. And if it means a slightly worse prospect haul, if it means having to send an extra $10 or $15 million, apparently that's something they were willing to do. It's like the Dodgers. Imagine if the Giants were winning World Series and the Dodgers were considering trading their best player to the Giants. We may not hate the Rockies the way that they hate us, but I imagine that we're the team they like the least because we're the team that's been beating them so often. So Nolan Arenado to the Cardinals. Does that make the Cardinals a threat? I mean, they're definitely the best team in the National League Central. Are they a threat to the Dodgers? I wouldn't quite go that far. They did re-sign Adam Wainwright. They are expected to re-sign Yadier Molina as well. So we'll see. But again, the headline here, Nolan Arenado traded from the Rockies along with $50 million to the Cardinals. The deal is expected to be approved over the coming days. They've got to get MLB's approval because of the cash, the Players Association's approval because of the deferrals, but it is expected to go through. And there you have it. We're not going to have to see Arenado every single series we go to Colorado, 8 times a year, however many times that is. So that's the good news. He goes to a team that probably will be making the playoffs. Will they be competitive with the Dodgers? We'll see. And I think the biggest thing for Dodger fans, not only does he retain his opt-out next year, he actually adds one for the year following. So definitely something to watch if you're a Dodger fan. We appreciate you watching the show. As always, check out DodgerBlue.com. I keep telling people, we've got Justin Turner news around the corner, it feels like. I know every Dodger fan is just waiting. Is he going to re-sign? Well, make sure you're subscribed here. Make sure you've clicked the notification bell because as soon as he signs somewhere, hopefully with the Dodgers, we'll have a video. You'll want to check it out. Check out DodgerBlue.com and DodgerBlue1958 on social media, wherever you get that, for all the latest details. As always, we appreciate you watching, and here's Vin.
The best team holding a trophy high in the air. The Los Angeles Dodgers, champions of the baseball world.